I don't know anything about sales. I'm more of an architect. I'd prefer to sit behind a computer and design something completely new, a new feature, or work on my code, and just completely avoid people if I can. But in my last video, I showed you how to develop leads, and we need to cold outreach these leads. And so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to design a coach, a sales coach that has the best knowledge ever so that I can actually turn my leads into clients. Let's go. And the reason why we're going to go into Manus is so that I can actually plug in a great detail about my organization into NotebookLM, so it not only knows everything about sales that it needs to know, but it also knows everything about my company. So we're going to go to Manus and I'm going to type in this prompt. Ascent AI is my organization. I want you to do a deep dive into our company. I will log you into the back end, gather as much information about our company as possible, and build it into a simple PDF. You don't have to over-engineer your prompts. Everyone always overcomplicates it. I think that prompt engineering is dead. AI is a lot smarter than you give it credit for now. So just give it the basics. It will do the things that you want it to do. So right now it's going to scan my website. In the meantime, while Manus is actually doing this thing and gathering all information about my company, we're going to go back to NotebookLM that I promised. So what NotebookLM does is it will gather a lot of information about sources for you, and then it will actually become a bot for you or a chat agent so that you can actually talk to it, and it'll pull from those sources, from those important sources. So we're going to create a new feature notebook here. We're going to go to add sources. You can actually get it to do whatever you want. So it will search the web for you. Typically what I do is I like to go to YouTube videos that I love, and I like to pull the information from high important YouTube videos and pull them into there. It'll actually do that for you though. So we're not going to do that in that video. In this case, we're going to do it as if we don't know anything about our topic. So I wanted to do deep research, and I am going to type out a prompt so that it'll actually find what I want. So to build this notebook, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make it simple. I'm going to just describe exactly what I'm trying to do and all my constraints. So in this case, I'm doing cold outreach for contractors, trades, companies who do not have any websites. I have 7,000 leads of companies who do not have websites. I would like you to find research articles for the best methods of cold outreach to these organizations. Now, I work from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., so unfortunately these sources should include more about how to email them or contact them through socials instead of cold calling. So my constraints, I work 3 hours in the morning at a time when nobody answers their phone. So we're going to jump back into NotebookLM right now. As you can see, the deep research is ready. We can import the top sources. It's going to show us cold email templates. It's going to show us everything that we need to know, all these blogs and things like that. That was the deep research method. Now, when we jump into NotebookLM, unfortunately, not all sources will be able to work. So you can click here and remove all failed sources. Also, when it does do the research, it will pull in a lot of things that it thinks we want, and some of them are not going to be great. So for example, we have here, find thousands of local businesses without web search. Don't want that. We're going to remove that source. We already have 7,000 leads. We don't need more leads. And so we are going to remove those, and we'll look for more sources after that. We are allowed up to 50 sources on a free plan, and Manus is ready, so we'll jump over to Manus. We have a PDF that we'll just download. I'll throw it in my downloads, bring it over, and add sources. We can upload files here. We're going to throw that source in. So now it knows about my company, it knows about all these resources. This is probably more than I need. Probably more than enough. All right, so we have the sources that we need right now. We can go right here and actually ask questions, and it'll actually pull from all the sources. But I like to go a step further. Since I work from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., I also have that time that I work full time where I can listen to things when I drive around, when I drive back and forth to work. And this is what I love about NotebookLM. Just jump up here to audio overview. You can make a long podcast and describe exactly what you want this podcast to talk about. So I'm going to write a quick prompt, and it's going to explain and tell me step by step what I need to do. So when I'm building a podcast, I like to include three main things. One is information about what it doesn't know. Two, what is my overall goal and objective? And three, what is my desired outcome? So those are the three main things that I do when I'm building a podcast, that I can just listen to and absorb things. So now what we're going to do is we're going to generate this, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Since I chose a long podcast, it's going to take a little bit longer, but it's going to actually generate that. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how to actually build the coach portion of this. So right now we have essentially a brain. Now I want to build an actual coach that can help me through this. So what you do is you go over to Gemini. There's a little bit of setup that you have to do. Go to the notebooks, add our information just like that. And now I can ask it personalized questions. In the next video, we're actually going to talk about how to craft a perfect offer for this cold outreach that they're going to feel so dumb saying no. Check it out here.